Hey friends, it's Lisa from A Table Full of Joy, and today we're going to be trying out store-bought pumpkin pies. That way, if you don't want to make one for Thanksgiving, you can just find the best one at a store near you. All right, let's get going. Okay, so first up, we're going to try this Jell-O no-bake pumpkin style pie. I found this in the baking aisle at Walmart, and it just intrigued me, so I thought I'd give it a try because it's definitely not your traditional pumpkin pie. It comes with the crust mix and the filling mix. You will need 2 tablespoons of sugar, 4 tablespoons of butter, and 2.5 cups cold milk. Now to make this pie, you need to combine the crust mix with the sugar and the butter, which you melt. You stir that up and then you press it into a pie plate and then you set that aside. So after that, you beat together the filling mix and the milk and then you pour that into the pie crust. And you can see I left this for no time at all and it had already started to set up, but then you refrigerate it for an hour. So here it is. The crust is pretty crumbly still. It didn't hold together like when I make my own graham cracker crusts. And the filling is kind of, it's very sticky and wet. It doesn't look too appetizing, but let's give it a try. Okay, way better than I thought it would be. Way better. It is very sweet and very smooth. It tastes more like not like a mousse, but like I don't know, just a very creamy pie filling. So that's good. Now, if you do want to try a pretty awesome graham cracker crust pumpkin pie recipe, check mine out. But this is actually a pretty tasty recipe that you don't have to bake and is overall pretty good. And the box says it serves 8 and it only costs $3.28. Plus you have to add the other ingredients. But overall, I mean, it gets a pass. All right, so next up, we are going to try the Walmart Great Value Mini Pumpkin Pie. This pumpkin pie is only 74 cents. It is super cute, it's tiny, and perfect for one serving. But the question is, does it taste good? So let's find out. Ooh. Nope. Ooh. Whoa. Oh, I didn't spit it out, but I wanted to. That was so gross. Please pass on that. Next up, we are going to try the Walmart 10-inch pumpkin pie. And neither the mini one or this one was refrigerated, which is somewhat concerning, just meaning it's not super fresh or perishable. Maybe that's why that one tasted so weird. Here it is. It looks like a good pumpkin pie. This pie was 10 inches and it says it serves 8 and it was only $6.42. Let's try it. Oh, like at first it's not terrible. And I was like, okay, good. But then you get a really strong pumpkin puree flavor. And if you remember, way back when I tried all those pumpkin flavored items, that oatmeal was the worst thing. Ugh. This has that really strong pumpkin puree flavor coming through at the end. And with the mini pie, that's the flavor that came in right away. It's not my favorite. I think there's plenty other great options out there. So let's move along. The last of the Walmart brand pumpkin pies is this Great Value traditional pumpkin pie. It comes frozen and you're supposed to bake it frozen. I kind of messed that up and let it thaw, not realizing it because I had so many pies that needed to thaw. And so mine got a little bit messy, and instead of baking it according to the instructions on the back, I still baked it at the right temperature, but I cut the time down and baked it until it reached an internal temperature of 180 degrees. This one actually got a little bit more than that, but it still baked up really nicely. The only caveat is that the filling kind of spilled over the crust and that got a little burned while baking. So that's not the brand's fault, that's my fault. So here it is. This pie was $5.87 and it serves 8. All right, let's give it a try. Okay, much more mild overall in flavor and doesn't have that horrible pumpkin puree, super strong flavor at the end. So overall, I think it's a really great pie, especially if you bake it correctly. Next up, we have Marie Callender's pumpkin pie. And similarly, this is supposed to be baked frozen and I let it thaw. Here it is. And same as the previous pie, I baked it to temperature of 180, just using a thermometer, checking it. And just like the last pie, the crust got black just on the top because that's where the filling kind of spilled over while it was thawed. But it baked up beautifully, so let's give it a try. It's good. It's actually really good. It's sweeter than the last one and yet still mild in all the flavors. I actually really like this. So if you have room in your oven to bake a pie, this is a great option to still get that delicious kind of semi-homemade feel. Just bake it frozen. Okay, so next up we have Sprouts pumpkin pie. This pumpkin pie serves 6 and is $6.99. You can see on the top here that it is a little browned from where it was baked, so I guess it kind of looks homemade. Here it is. All right, so let's give it a try. It's not as sweet as the last one, but it is very smooth, very creamy, very good flavor. I actually really like this one too. Definitely recommend. All right, so the last pumpkin pie that I have is the Sam's Club pumpkin pie, and it only costs $6.98 and says it serves 12. So this pie is huge. And just so you know, I don't have a Costco nearby. The nearest one is in the next town over, which is 80 miles away. So I didn't go get one for this, but I've heard great things about Costco pies and I'm hoping that this is similar. So here it is. It looks great, has great color, but let's give it a try. At first it tasted pretty mild, pretty good. It does have kind of a weird aftertaste, similar to the Walmart pies, which Sam's Club, Walmart. So even though it's pretty cheap and it looks beautiful, it's not my favorite. If you have tried this pie and the Costco one, can you leave me a comment down below and tell me which one you like better? Out of all the pumpkin pies, the frozen Marie Callender was actually pretty good. And I really liked the Sprouts as well. And the most surprising was the Jell-O one that I made. It looks pretty iffy, but actually tastes really good. All right, so next up we are going to be trying a few fun desserts that are pumpkin pie flavored and could be a great alternative to actual pumpkin pie. First up, we have the Members Mark cheesecake. It is pumpkin flavored with a graham cracker crust, and they all come like individually sliced, which is pretty nice. You just let it thaw in the refrigerator and then serve it up. If you do want to try making your own cheesecake this Thanksgiving, feel free to give my white chocolate cheesecake a try. It is actually award-winning. I won a competition with that and super delicious. But let's try this pumpkin pie cheesecake. Definitely like this. I mean, it tastes like cheesecake. There is like a pumpkin swirl in there, but you really don't taste that. Mainly the cheesecake just is delicious, and that's what comes through. So I actually do recommend this. It's a great dessert, great to bring to a family gathering, and I like it. Okay, and the other cheesecake we have to try is from a brand called the Father's Table, and it's pretty tiny. It costs $8.99 and is only 4 servings. It looks like it also has a graham cracker crust. It definitely is smaller and isn't kind of like as loose as the last one. So let's see how it tastes. I don't know, that's kind of weird. I don't really like it. I found this one at Albertsons over in the bakery area. Definitely, I can taste some spice coming through. don't get a ton of pumpkin, and the cheesecake robust flavor that we all love isn't really there. It's not doing it for me. So I definitely recommend the Sam's Club version, and definitely recommend that version. Okay, so now what we're going to try is this Favorite Day pumpkin cheesecake ice cream. So this is a Target brand, and if you watch any of my previous episodes, I've been pretty disappointed with the Favorite Day brand so far. So let's give this a try. There is a swirl just as soon as you open it. Let's give it a try. I don't like it. I would not want more of this if I was served a bowl. It tastes kind of like cheesecake at first, but I've had way better cheesecake ice creams in the past. And that on top of this kind of weird pumpkin-y flavor that comes through, not working for me. So far, the Favorite Day brand has not been very favorite any day for me. And if you have a Favorite Day snack or treat that you like to get that you say is so delicious, can you please leave me a comment down below and let me know what that is so I can try it? Because I'd love to see what you guys love from this brand. And last but not least, Hank's been waiting all day very patiently to try his treat, which is from this brand, Dogsters. It is an ice cream style treat for dogs. This is a Nutley and cheese flavor little frozen treat. The brand says that it is proudly made in the USA, and it comes with 4 cups. So let's see how Hank likes it. All right, so that does it for this episode of Is It Worth It? I hope you liked looking at all the different store-bought pies and seeing which tasted good and which definitely did not. Let me know in the comments below what you want to see next, and I'll catch you next time. Bye! As my nephew would say, dang.